Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm going to be talking about which Canik is right for you to buy as your first Canik. So, I have a few of my Caniks here, and these are some of the newer offerings. Well, I figured we could go from the smallest and or least expensive to the newest, biggest, and most expensive. More often than not, Caniks are compared to Glocks because Glock is one of the industry standard pistols. If I had to tell you which each of these models went up against or was a direct, not replacement,
Why you booing me? I'm right.
but a direct comparison to, I would tell you that the MC9 is a direct comparison to a Glock 43X. With the extended mag, it's akin to a 43X. With the short 12-round mag, it's akin to a Glock 43. The TP9 Elite SC, I'm not 100% sure what the double stack Glock compact pistol is, but whatever that double stack Glock compact pistol, and I'll put it here because I'm not 100% on the naming and numbering convention on Glock, so I don't know all of the Glock numbers.
The boy has no skills.
But whatever that double stacked 9mm compact or subcompact pistol, I'll put it here. That is what Elite SC is going to be comparable to. The Mete SF is going to be comparable to a Glock 19. The TP9 Elite Combat also is the same grip length. It's going to be comparable to a Glock 19. The Mete SFT is going to be comparable to a Glock 17. The Mete SFX is going to be comparable to a Glock 34. The Rival is going to be comparable to a, I believe this will be more comparable to a Glock 17. The TTI Combat, again, is going to be more comparable to a compensated Glock 17. I'm not sure if there's a compensated Glock 17. I believe the most, or what's most comparable, is going to be a 19C, which is a 19 that's compensated. And again, there is the Rival S is going to be more comparable to a, I believe either a Glock 17 or a Glock 34. So let's start out with the Canik Mete MC9. The Canik Mete MC9 is the smallest and one of the newest micro compact offerings from Canik, and that is literally what the MC9 stands for, micro compact. This pistol comes with a 15-round extended base plate mag, as well as a 12-round as a shorter mag, and it comes with a little like pinky rest that comes on here. This is black with desert tan. This is black, or it's all black, okay? And this is actually my current summer carry. I also, or one of the things I do with my Caniks is, if you have not seen, I change my triggers and put flat triggers in all of my carries. Any of these pistols that I carry, I put out a switch and put a flat trigger in. I have a link to a video on how to install a flat trigger, factory flat trigger, in any of these, just about any of these pistols that you see here. This next pistol is the Canik TP9 SC Elite, or Elite SC. This is actually an older generation pistol, but it is the Canik's subcompact. This subcompact was my everyday carry last summer until the new MC9 came out, and I have since, I won't say retired this, but I do still carry this on occasion. But it has some upgrades to it. I've painted the frame. I've changed out the trigger again to that factory Canik flat trigger, as well as I have some modifications on the grip. The grip because the grip was a little small for my hand, I elected to add this spacer. This spacer came from a website called Bloody Wheels and used the original 12-round base plate from the 12-round mag and a 15-round mag that had the extended base plate. I switched out and put the Bloody Wheels spacer on here and this extended base plate to give me almost like a full frame grip with this subcompact size pistol. The next pistol up from there is going to be, again, switching to back to the newer generation pistols. The older generation pistols are going to be TP9 pistols. They're TP9, there's a TP9DA, TP9SA, there's a TP9SF, and then you have the TP9 Elite. When you get to the TP9 Elites, all of the TP9 Elites have an extended slide release. And if you did not know or unaware, Caniks are ambidextrous, meaning that if you were left-handed, you could manipulate the slide release with your left thumb or your right thumb if necessary. Also, the mag release can be switched from the left side of the pistol for a right-handed shooter to the right side of the pistol for a left-handed shooter. This next pistol is a Mete SF. This Mete SF, this is not a factory. I have switched the barrel and put a threaded barrel on this, but I am running iron sights. This is one of the only pistols here that does have iron sights on it. This pistol is technically considered a compact. The difference between what is a compact and what is a full size is in the grip when it comes to Caniks. I'm gonna pick this up. This is a Mete SFT. The difference is in the grip, and you can see that there. The grip on the SFT is longer than the grip on the Mete SF it is about ½ inch. The SF stands for Special Forces. So the Mete SF, the lower the number, or the smaller the letter count, basically, is going to be the grip size is smaller. SF means compact, or is going to equate to a compact frame. This next pistol is a older generation. This is a TP9 Elite Combat Executive. You can tell again the TP9 Elite because it has the longer slide release. This pistol is the one that I call my conversation piece. This is my Gucci Canik. Basically, it has a flat 90-degree gold trigger. It comes factory with a gold barrel. I added a compensator. The optic also has gold screws on there. And these bits here are from Taylor Freelance. I'm not sponsored. Taylor Freelance offers aftermarket components and parts. So this is a aftermarket aluminum backstrap, an aftermarket aluminum magwell, aftermarket base plate extension. So this base plate extension is a +5 base plate extension from the factory mag. But this is also considered a compact pistol in the Canik world of naming convention and size convention. This Combat Elite Executive is going to be one of the higher end, older generation pistols. I'm mentioning it because you might be able to find a used Elite Combat, which is going to be like a desert tan color, or this Elite Combat Executive, which comes with the factory Salient Arms barrel, a flat trigger. It was a black and red trigger that came factory with the Elite Combat Executive. Stepping up to the next pistol in size, you're going to have this full size pistol. This is a Canik Mete SFT. The SFT stands for Special Forces Tactical, and this is a full size pistol and a full size grip. This full size grip, the pistol also comes with a magwell, so you can put the magazine up in here without any issue, as well as it is optics ready. All of these Caniks actually come optic ready for no extra charge versus purchasing, let's say, a Glock 19 versus a Glock 19 MOS. This will be comparable to a Glock 17. This is meant to be comparable in size to a Glock 17. This next pistol is a Canik Mete SFX. The SFX basically designates that it has a full-size grip, and this is meant to be a competition pistol. And it also has the same magwell. We're not going to talk really about magazine capacity, but this also is optic ready. The next pistol on the list is going to be the Canik Rival. The difference between this Canik Rival and this normal Mete SFX are they're not very many. The barrel on the Rival is a little smaller than on the regular SFX. The slides are slightly different. This slide has what are called lightning cuts. The lightning cuts are on the side and on the top, which will help this, which is meant to be a competition pistol, be a little lighter. This pistol also has a fluted barrel. The Rival also comes with a flat 90-degree factory trigger. The next, it's kind of difficult to decide which to go with. This is the Canik TTI Combat. It is the joint venture between Canik and Terran Tactical. The TTI Combat has a much more aggressive grip, more aggressive slide serrations. It also comes factory with a compensator as well as a fluted and ported barrel, plus this 90-degree trigger. And last but not least is the stainless steel Rival. The stainless steel Rival is meant to be an ultimate competition pistol. The full metal frame makes this pistol very heavy. The weight on this pistol means that it is a very low shooting pistol because of the fact that the recoil is mitigated from the weight of this pistol. This pistol comes with a fluted barrel, a 90-degree trigger, the magwell, and also is optics ready. This particular pistol came factory with this mechanic optic. This is I believe this is a Mechanic 03 optic. No, this is the MO2 optic. But this optic is not my favorite. I'm actually a bigger fan of Holosuns. All of my other carry pistols, I have Holosun optics on. On this pistol, I'm using the 507C because it is a full frame pistol, and this pistol accepts the Holosun's 507C. On the Mete SFT, this isn't a Holosun EPS carry. On the TTI Combat, this is a Holosun EPS carry. On the MC9, this is a Holosun EPS carry. The EPS carry has an enclosed emitter in the back so that you don't get any dust or dirt down in there. This older Holosun, or this older MC9 that I was carrying before I changed to all black frame, this is a Holosun 507K. The window is open in the back, and dust and dirt, as you're carrying, dust and dirt gets down into the back window. You just have to use a Q-tip or blow it out to get it to stay clean. Which Canik is right for you? I can't answer that question for you. The best thing I could tell you to do is to go into your local gun store and put all of these pistols into your hand. The stainless steel Rival is probably not going to be unless you're going to be doing competitions out the gate, this probably is not going to be your first Canik and or your first carry Canik. The TTI Combat also probably is not going to be your first carry Canik. The SFX Rival, I have seen people carry it, but I don't believe that will be your first carry Canik. The SFX, again, that is something that people, I have seen on different Facebook pages and other places like that, there are people who carry the SFX on a daily basis, the Mete SFX on a daily basis. This is my Mete SFT. This is my winter carry. Full grip, full size frame. I can pick up and hold on to that with one hand with very little, no problem. The TP9 Elite Combat is the grip is a little small in my hand. My pinky rests on this magwell on the bottom, and it is one that I do have a different variant of this same pistol that I do carry on occasion. The Mete SF. The Mete SF has a like 3/4 grip, and this is one that I recommend. The SF, the TP9 Elite SC, if you do the modifications to extend the magazine, or just use the extended magazine, that is a decent carry and first purchase. And the MC9. The MC9 is also a very, very decent carry pistol / first purchase. Again, I can't tell you which one of these to buy. You see I have a few of these. So if you have any questions about how each of these shoots, or how or what is my favorite, please make sure you leave a comment down below, and I'll be able to answer that question for you in an upcoming video. I apologize, I know this video is rather lengthy and wordy, but there's no way, because of the fact that Canik offers so many different offerings, to not talk about the different pistols and or size comparison. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, these are some of my Caniks. These are not all of them. If you want to see more of my Caniks, please let me know, and we can have further discussion about the differences and similarities of these in the future. But thanks again, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time.